Ghana and Nigeria, if I remember the Liquipedia correctly. But it's, yeah, this is just such a beautiful map. I love it. The idea is it's surrounded by savanna. Very pretty. I feel like it's a perfect place for a shopping center.
Or to see Lucio in concert.
Yeah, man. Alright.
Alright, so we have K1ck on the defense here. They're kind of setting up with popular setup. I've seen quite a few Euro teams run where they have the Reinhardt up top on the right side of the point from their perspective, kind of holding that choke. And they have like a soldier in the backside, and they got that Pharah. But they're also doing it with their little Reaper twist. Rula loves that Reaper, and he's going to be hunting for kills around that right side area. So if they rush in through that top point, Reaper's going to be able to do a lot of damage, and it looks like Winston is coming. Winston and McCree. But with that Zarya shield, I don't know. Reaper might not be able to do too much.
Yeah, they're all coming through now. They're thinking about it. Winston did a little bit of recon on the bottom, and now they're deciding to go around back by the looks of things. How many of them are going to end up popping over here? There we go. There's Winston with the engagement to begin with, and we have...
Instant stomp Reinhardt. He's dead. That was 3 people pushing in from 2 sides, just converging on the Reinhardt and the Lucio. Just easy kills. Easy kills. Fnatic's going to take this one.
That was really nicely done, actually, by Fnatic, and Rula managing to get some damage done there just for a little bit, but ultimately getting shut down. And that is, well, payload's about to begin. 7 minutes and counting to the next checkpoint.
Yeah, it was definitely very well executed by Fnatic. They had a plan. They must have had an idea of what kind of setup, you know, K1ck runs, and they just obliterated it. Here we go, both teams engaging on each other. We're going to go scrappy fight on the cart.
Taimu doing a good job of supporting the Reinhardt there, and Mystic actually getting inside the bubble, making Winston's life just a little bit frustrating. Icefeld with the D.Va out back, together with Rula doing quite a lot of damage. Rula actually being left a little bit unchecked, and I think has cornered the Mercy, yeah. So Rula doing a very good job there. Valuta able to finish that off though, and Rula on his own is not going to be able to make that last. As a result, 5 players on fire. We have McCree and Mercy both with ults available for Fnatic. And K1ck once more is going to have to reset. Some good individual performances, but it doesn't feel like they've been able to pull it together right now.
I mean, that was a fight that's literally at Fnatic spawn. The door is literally right where they're fighting. So it's not one that K1ck's ever really going to win. But it kind of delays them, it lets them build some ultimates. Like, Rula had his ultimate there, he didn't use it, which is probably a good decision because it's more, you know, efficient if you can get it off here. But Fnatic's pushing the cart pretty hard. They need to engage in hard, and they're trying to do that. The Reinhardt missed his charge.
McCree at the moment trying to enforce no flies in, but Rula actually doing a good job of coming in from behind. So remember what we were saying on Mumbani about how the heroes that can do a lot of harassment coming in from the sides and above. I think Rula is fulfilling that role really well at the moment. It's just not quite translating into those team victories in those fights that we've been looking for. Because McCree hasn't shut down Stefan, for example. And while we're getting a little bit of traction now, we really need to see things step up a little bit off the back of that harassment that Rula is providing for K1ck.
I mean, that was a good contest, though, by K1ck. They managed to actually stop the checkpoint. The cart was inches away, but they held it off. So, I mean, that was pretty well done by them to get that at the last minute. Now it's going to reset. Both teams don't have ultimates. I think Fnatic's just going to be able to push in hard, though, and get a little extra time because that's all they need.
The Numbani transport map, by the way, is based on the London Underground, I've just realized. Kind of cool. Some of the lines even take similar shapes. We have a big team engagement right now. Lucio all coming out for Fnatic. Icefeld sort of in the middle of no man's land, but Taimu at the moment with the heal on him, trying to prevent any lasting damage from being done. And actually that D.Va is getting a lot of value, but Reinhardt chasing him down. And oof, wow, getting both the Mercy and the D.Va in the end. Winghaven right there being a very solid addition for Fnatic.
And Taimu had to use his ult there because he was getting killed, and he barely missed rezzing Rula, and I think someone else there at the end, which could have turned that fight in K1ck's favor if he had been able to like stay alive and hold it just a moment more. But it's kind of a game of inches in a lot of these fights in Overwatch sometimes. Right now, Fnac's doing a good job. They're taking over that high ground window with their
Yeah.
McCree. So you're going to make it very difficult for Kick to hold.
McCree's spotting there that would be a very good opportunity and effectively shutting down Ruler. And I feel like that's going to end up being key here. Fnatic already winning a lot of the team fights, but if you can shut down Ruler and not have to worry about Ruler as well, then that just makes your life even more easy. Icefeld right now doing a good job of trying to disrupt with that D.Va there, and Quad providing some very, very nice covering fire. But Fnatic's are staying coherent. They're staying together as a team on top of this, and Ruler again coming in to try and harass, but what have we got off the back of this? Not an awful lot, and Ruler goes down, and unfortunately they're dying a lonely death.
Well, Utai is just owning them up on that McCree. Now they've got 5 ults, Fnatic does. I think they should be able to take this point, as long as they use them effectively. But that was not a very good Zarya ult there, so... I don't know, we'll see.
A lot of ults potentially going to be flying around very, very soon. And it looks like the payload is going to reach its destination very shortly. Tiny flying in on the D.Va to try and stop this, but it's basically everyone killing them one at a time right now. They are not performing as a cohesive unit, and as a result, they're just so low HP by the time their teammates come in. It's just not effective. They're just buying a couple of extra seconds, but Fnatic are doing a fantastic job here.
And here we come with the high noon by Kaya coming in from the back. I think this should... Well, they have the tanks on it, man. Now the divas are coming out. They've got 3 divas. You say, you know, they're delaying a couple seconds, but when you delay a couple seconds over and over, man, it adds up quick.
I actually thought like the delay wasn't going to be as much as it was. So fair play to them. They managed to buy effectively half a minute out of that, actually. Oh, and we have Mystic with play of the game as Reinhardt there in map number 1. So, I'd say that's a very, very solid first half there coming out from Fnatic. And I feel like K1ck wanted to disrupt the rhythm, especially with the Reaper sort of flying around the map, and they just weren't able to do it. Fnatic never let them get into a position where the Reaper actually gave them that opportunity. So match time 6 minutes and 1 second to beat here on Numbani.